Awesome. So testing, testing. Looks good. Great. So I'm super excited to bring you guys Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord. It just released in early access today. Um, I'm really excited. I really liked Mount and Blade Warband. Fire and Sword was okay. Um, and I've been playing some Warband prior to this to get the nostalgia and just remember all the greatness that it was. This is early access. This has been in develop. This was announced 7 years ago, I think. It's been in development for a long, long time, and they're still working to get everything perfect. So this is not the final experience, but it is. It has enough of it, and I'm really excited to play it. If you look at my title, I do have some discount codes to give away, and I can do that every half hour or so. So once there's a few people in here, if you guys are active, I can give away. I have four to give away right now. Um, ish. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that should be fun. So let's start. This is the main menu. All I've done so far is I went through the settings to make sure it was running and to make sure high quality. It's right now on the highest quality I think I can set it at. I might have to turn it down. We'll see. I don't know how optimized it is since it is still early access as well. But one way to find out. So let's jump right into the campaign. I've not played this at all. It just released this morning. It took forever to install for some reason. It's only 30-ish, 32 gigabytes. So it's not that big. My internet just... Okay. So this is too high video settings to stream with. So I will turn down the quality in a second once it loads up. It looks like the recording is struggling a little. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not. We'll check. We'll see how it goes. If I start running into problems like I did with um, Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'll just turn the video settings down. It's fine. Um, as great as an updated graphics engine is going to be for this game, um, we'll see. So there are, it looks like 6 places I can be. So there's the Vanadians. Oh, they have actual like perks. Interesting. So all this game is basically you are in the last game at least, which this game follows fairly closely to, is you're an adventurer and you are a mercenary basically who gets thrust into this land which is loosely based off of European history, but also just sort of its own fantasy place. Um, there's not really any magic or stuff. There is some in one of its DLCs, the Viking DLC in the last game had some magic, but otherwise it's fairly realistic. There's swords and axes and stuff, and you have to fight and make a name for yourself and either join another kingdom or create your own kingdom. There's politics, there's fighting, there's like upgrading your gear and your character and your troops, and it was really really cool game. Um, so this says the Vlandians are the descendants of adventurers from the west who lived under the Empire for centuries. So the Empire, I believe, is basically the Roman Empire. Um, it's not like officially the Roman Empire, but it's the Roman Empire. Before forming an independent kingdom, with the decline of imperial authority, they have evolved into a well-organized feudal society led by a caste of warlike nobles who prefer to fight with spears and lances on horseback. 20% more upgrade XP to troops from battles. So this means you'll be able to increase your army um, level um, more quickly, obviously, because it's upgrade. Um, what this means is just like your own character, your troops also level up. But instead of leveling up with skills and stuff, other than named special companions, what they'll instead do is have like tiers. So you'll go from a farmer to a spearman to a better spearman to a mounted spearman to a knight. Um, Sturgeons, 20% less speed penalty from snow. Are the descendants of the foreign tribes of northern Calradia, and that's the continent, I guess you'd call it. The whole place is Calradia, and then the different cities and towns and castles had their own locations. As the empire expanded to their cold forests, they found that a ready market for the luxurious furs of woodland animals, whom they traditionally hunted and trapped. Sergeant chieftains became princes, vying for preeminence with the help of northern mercenaries who migrated into their realm. They are good hunters and wanderers, traveling far in search of opportunities both for trade and for plunder. So they sound cool, but I don't know if less penalty from snow is really what I want. Empire. 20% construction speed bonus to town projects, wall repairs, and siege engines. Yeah, so you have to you can actually upgrade like your castles and stuff that you take over. Kyradian Empire is in decline. Even before the murder of the Emperor Erenikos, the once united realm was torn by political rivalries. Today those factions are in open war, yet Kyradians endure. They are technologically more advanced than their neighbors, and their mastery of engineering is not just evident in their aqueducts, beautiful architecture, and massive city walls, it also makes them experts in siege warfare. Cool. Azerai. Caravans are 30% cheaper to build, 10% less trade penalty. The Azerai are the inhabitants of the Nahasa Desert, a mixture of nomadic Bedouin and settled oasis farmers. They are famous for their horsemanship and their knowledge of the learning of many lands, especially medicine, gained from lying on some of the continent's most lucrative trade routes. Each clan is fiercely proud of its lineage and often jealous of the others, but when united by a charismatic leader, they become a major force in the south. Khuzaits, 10% extra speed bonus for horsemen on the campaign map. Interesting. The Khuzait Confederation of steppe tribes used to live a nomadic life, but have recently settled in the eastern frontier of the empire and are slowly transitioning into agrarian society with permanent town centers. Despite this, they still retain many aspects of their nomadic life, including their affinity with horses. They are masters of mounted archery, shooting, and then galloping out of reach. And then the Battanians. Forests give 10% less speed penalty to parties. Okay. Battanians still remember the olden days when the woods stretched across northern Calradia, and the empire and its cities had yet to violate their sanctity. The fierce warriors remain loyal to their traditional ways. They paint their faces when going to battle, and even their noblemen prefer to fight on foot while using great axes and two-handed swords with deadly efficiency. So I think right now I'm between the Battanians and the Empire. I like the Empire's bonus better. And I like the idea of being technologically advanced. And being like Rome, but these guys are like sort of the Celts or like Anglo-Saxons that the Roman Empire had to fight to take over England with. Okay, so let's start with the Empire. One thing about this game too is that unlike most of the games I play for the channel is I will be playing this one off stream as well. I will save this campaign to be on stream, but I'll start another character and start another adventure as well, because I really want to play this game, and I like to stream with large chunks of time and to really make it meaningful for you guys. But you know, I really want to play this game more than that. Okay, so it will be male. Wait. Oh, you can set height and voice.
Stand your ground! Move forth! Heaven be praised!
Okay, so right
Do
now it's
that
3.
well! To ladders!
I'm not gonna spend a lot of time customizing him. Especially since this is all just his face. Oh, family. Wow. Okay. This is okay. So in the previous game, it sort of had like you choose your background, and based on your different background, it gave you different stats. Here, let me move my face for a second. So you can see there's vigor, control, endurance, cunning, social, and intelligence. Um, so and they govern different things. So we have one-handed, two-handed, and pole arms, similar to how it was before. Bow, crossbow, and throwing. Riding, athletics, and smithing. Ooh, cool. Yeah, it seemed this game at one point at least they touted how you could actually um like customize each weapon and like give it its own handle, its own crossguard, a different blade, different length. That looked really cool. Roguery, cool. Um, Tactics, yep. Scouting, charm, leadership, trade, engineering, medicine, steward. Okay, so now I can choose, like, what did my family do? Um, landlords, retainers, urban merchants, freeholders, urban artisans, foresters, or urban vagabonds. So, like, if I choose landlords, retainers, you see, um, whew, I get 10 skill level and 1 focus point to riding and polearm, where you see polearm and riding, and then 1 attribute point to vigor. So you see vigor goes up by 1 as well. So that's nice. Urban merchants get a lot of social boost. Trade, charm, social, nice. Free. I like how the uh, model changes too. This is much better than the previous game. The previous game, like they all had a thing like this where they all affected your character in solid ways, but you had to sort of guess what those were from the menu. Like it didn't tell you as you were picking it what it did. It's just people, from testing or from looking at the game files figured it out. So they have athletics and pole arms, urban artisans, ooh, crossbow, smithing. I like the smithing. +1 to intelligence too. Nice. That might be a good one. I know in previous ones too, if you like start as a noble, you like start with much higher prestige. Foresters, scouting, bows can be really good. Urban vagabonds, roguery, throwing. Let's try urban artisans. I like this, I think. Crossbow, well, I like the smith. Well, I can level up smithing. Um, let's try the foresters. I do like bows. Crossbows are too slow, even though they're more accurate and easier to use. Throwing, there's just not enough projectiles for me, even though they do huge damage. Um, Scouting is helpful. Um, and I like the extra point, like the huge point bonus to bows. Choose my early childhood. Yeah, so here, now I get, like, my next set of skills. So I can, what was I good at? So like numbers is bonus intelligence, engineering, and trade, which trade is helpful. It gives you more money and such. Your brawn, I can be good at two-handed weapons and throwing. Leadership is nice. Tactics and leadership. So the more leadership you have, um, the larger an army you can have with you. Which is like, your leadership is level 10 and you can have 30 troops. Your leadership's level 20, you can have 50 troops, etc. Cunning. Okay, so leadership would be helpful. Your brawn. I don't really need the throwing bonus because I want to use bows. So I don't know which melee I want. Attention to detail, one-handed weapons, even more control, and athletics. Ooh. Okay, that's a thought. Aptitude for numbers is decent. Way with people. Ooh. Charm, leadership, and social. Skill with horses. Okay, so I'm either going to do my way with people and help my social such, or my attention to detail and help my martial prowess. Let's do my way with people, because I think it's much easier to increase my martial powers than it is my social prowess. At least in the previous game, like as you fought with a weapon, you gained levels with that weapon. But as you talk to people and as you did that, you didn't gain levels in persuasion. Say you just had to actually level those up in the level up screen. So I'm well to a point. It was developed in different ways. So I think I'm gonna go with social for now. And I haven't played this before, so I don't know how this game is actually gonna work. Um, but based off the old game, like all village children, you helped out in the field. You also okay. So what job did I do? Smithy might be nice. Two-handed weapons and smithing, plus vigor. It would be good to have some martial powers, because we are. You're not unlike some games like Doom or other like solo games. You're a better soldier than the average person, but you're not like far and away the best thing out there. Like there are plenty of troops that will definitely beat you unless you really um, get better at not just the mechanics but also the actual your skills. So I could boost my archery even more. Sold produce at the market. Upgrade trade might be good. Um, I do kind of want some martial prowess though. Um, yeah, two-handed and smithing. I like that. I like that idea. Again, this is our first playthrough. It is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be optimized. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to make it work as well as we can. And if we need to start a new campaign, we do. Um, so what did I do with the army? Um, guard, crossbows, engineering. Eh. Rode with the scouts. Ooh, more bows and horse riding. Horses are definitely good. I don't tend to like riding the horses in these games. Uh, various martial powers, skirmishers, bows, and throwing. Maybe. March with the camp followers, throwing, and roguery. Okay, let's try. I'm gonna do road with the scouts. I like the bonus to my bow. Um, endurance. It'll probably give me more health, and it is good to have some riding. I don't know if I'm gonna go with a horse build or not, but it's good to have. Also, it looks like this might be my starting equipment, and if so, I would definitely want to start with a bow. Um, so young adulthood. Maybe I was wrong. Before you set out to life in your biggest achievement was I defeated an enemy in battle. Woo. One to valor. What's valor? It must be like so. Well, I mean, here's renown. So valor might be morality. Um, they've had different mechanics throughout the games for those. Save the village from a flood. +1 to calculating. Is that what this calculating? Interesting. 10 to renown. You invested some money in land. Bonus smithing and trade. That might be good. Hunted a dangerous animal. I would really focus on bows. Jeez. Famous escapade in town. No, it's okay. I treated people well. Mercy, generosity, and armor. Get bonus to steward and social. That's not bad. I sort of like to invest the money in land though, because I like the idea of better smithing. I like the idea of better trade, and it does improve my intelligence as well. I like the idea of being calculating as my thing, and 10 renown is nice. 5 renown is nice. 20 would be great, but I'm sure usually you get a certain amount of renown based on the battles you have. Um, in the previous game, you get renown based on the disparity in troops. So if you attacked a group of 50 troops with a group of 30 troops, you would get more renown than if it was 50 on 50. It also depends like who you're fighting. If you're fighting a lord versus if you're fighting just a bandit. So let's just do this. I like the idea of that. And this seems like a very well-rounded character, basically. Like I have 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, and 3. I didn't really focus on any one thing. It's sort of a jack of all trades for a bit. Um, my story background. Like many families in Calradia, your life was upended by war. Your home was ravaged by the passages of army after army. Eventually, you sold your property and set off with your father, mother, brother, and your 2 younger siblings to a new town you'd heard was safer. But you did not make it. Along the way, the inn at which you were staying was attacked by raiders. Your parents were slain, your 2 youngest siblings seized. But you and your brother survived because you subdued a raider. You drove them off with arrows. Okay. That might be solid. What's subdued an arrow? Yeah. I like the idea of 2-handed weapons. I tend to like them. Polearms are usually cool too. Um, but let's try 2-handed weapons. So let's not do that. Even though you rode off on a fast horse. Again, I don't love... I tricked them. You organize the travelers to break out. So that's big boost on social. I like the drove them off with arrows. I know I said I was trying to make it well-rounded and everything, but in these games, like, the more bow skills you have, it can make a huge difference with the accuracy you are with the arrows, which makes a huge difference. Because if you can't hit what you're shooting at, you can't increase your bow skill. If you can't increase your bow skill, you can't hit what you're shooting at. So I like driven off with arrows. You prepare to set off with your brother on a mission of vengeance and rescue. Here's your character. Click finish if you're ready, or go back to make changes. My name is Mason. Culture. So this just goes over all these things we chose and their bonuses. So we are the Empire. My family were foresters. I was known for my way with people. I worked in the village smithy. I rode with the scouts in the army. I invested some money in land and then drove off these raiders with arrows. Now let's start. Again, I hope... Okay, so I have some difficulty saying... Again, I hope when I really start that the thing processes well enough. If I need to change... So let's see. Let's go at least... Let's go with easy, I think, for starts. You'll need better relations. Okay, let's go with... Yeah, easy. Enable death. Choose if the heroes are able to die on the battlefield. I'm not going to enable either of these right now. I don't necessarily trust it to allocate perks like this. I also want to see like what the options are for them. The other thing is I don't know I think this is like my major companions. And in the previous game they sort of just got knocked out all the time. They were also really bad at fighting in the previous game. So I want to see at least how good they are in this game before I can enable them just dying off on me. Because they're usually a fairly big investment. And they can become very good because they have like the full skill tree like you do instead of just upgrading their tier like a regular soldier. So let's start the game. I do tend to like playing these games on that like easy mode. Occasionally I'll throw it on very easy and just, you know, have a lot of fun with that too. But I tend to play these games on easy. I enjoy it. We'll see how it goes too. Like if I'm just, you know, cleaning up the map, we can definitely put it up. Nathanos. Yeah, definitely Roman Empire. Brother, it's been 3 days now. Trying to... Okay, so it's not voice acted, at least for this part. But that's a big thing that they were talking about adding in as they went. Okay, so in 3 days now we've been tracking those bastards. I think we're getting close. We need to think about what happens when we catch them. How are we going to rescue Phasos and Alea? Are we up for a fight? This looks like an old training field for the legions. Perhaps we can spare some time and brush off our skills. The practice could come up useful when we catch up with the raiders. Yeah, let's continue the tutorial. I'm gonna run the course, and you know I can fight if I have to. Let's go then. Play the combat tutorial. Woo! Woo! Okay. Movement. You can move your character with W, A, and Z. Try them all now. Fairly standard. You can leave the training field by holding tab. So there's range training, horse training, and melee training, and advanced melee training. Let's start with ranged. How's it looking for you guys? Okay, it looks a little choppy. Interesting. Keeping a number of horses in your inventory may speed up your party considerably since they'll increase your carrying capacity and footmen will ride spare horses. Pack horses and mules are only useful for carrying cargo though. Cool. Interesting. So let me change the video performance down to high. Hopefully that helps you guys out. That looks so much better. Okay. Let's go with a bow. Bow training, F to select, yeah. Shoot target 0 out of 12. Okay, let's... Ooh, nice and accurate. Oh, it's timed. So what I'm doing there was, if I'm hold shift, you zoom in. So it's not, there is some kind of button to go to first person mode. I don't know what it is currently, but I know if you hold shift it at least zooms in. The other thing is you can see that hit marker. So I was watching some videos of the beta. 30 seconds, nice. And basically the bow has different hit markers depending on what you hit. So if you hit a... Sorry, I just need to check this. Okay. If you hit like an enemy, it just flashes white like that. If you hit a enemy and kill them, I think it flashes red with the same symbol. And if you get a headshot, it has also a different symbol. Yeah, so see, like I have javelins are doing 5 damage, where the others are doing only 2 damage. The arrows. But I only really have 4 javelins. So it's increasing my ammo right now because it's for training, and 4 is not enough to hit all the targets. And you can also see how close range they are. Like, I'm struggling almost to hit some of these farther targets without going way up. Whereas the bow could hit like all these back targets. And the crossbow has very slow reload. Or did at least. Again, anything that I say is either impressions I got from the beta or I'm actually gonna turn it down to medium. I think it's still struggling a tad. Oops. Medium. Has to reload all the textures. Crossbow from the previous game. So like you have to cock it basically. So it seems to be doing much more damage, and it's a little sort of easier. The other thing too is if you saw on the bow, if I held it down for too long, I think at least on the last shot I certainly did, is that once you hold it down for too long, it starts getting less accurate because your muscles are sort of straining. Sort of how the crossbow is pulsing there, but a crossbow has much less loss of accuracy. So if I grab the bow again, just so I can show you, and maybe get a better time. So like it's accurate, and then it's less accurate. But like you can see how much quicker the shots are. And even so, yeah, they're less damage, but you can shoot so much quicker. And because I'm so good with arrows, they're much more accurate. Nice, I cut almost 10 seconds down. Okay, cool, great. So let's try mounted training. Because who doesn't want to ride a horse? let's try horse archery. So in the previous game, archery was a separate skill from horse archery. So I have to finish the track and hit the targets. Doesn't seem to matter where I shoot them. Okay. This isn't too bad. If you're wondering about the controls, the no. Okay. The horse controls separately from the camera. So I'm using WASD for the horse and just aiming and clicking to shoot. That doesn't seem. Oops, sorry. Just trying to check how smooth it was. The faster you go, usually, the less accurate it is. You saw it was red there for a second. That means I can't actually turn that far on the horse. Yeah, so you see this huge crosshair, basically. So basically, it'll release the arrow anywhere in that crosshair, and you can't really control. Oh, you can jump. Cool. You can see at the bottom right is my health and my horse's health. Successfully finished up. Missing any targets. Awesome. I should be able to use F to dismount. Yep. So now it's just my health for my horse and my health. My face is blocking where it shows all the damage numbers and where it'll show my XP. Which is unfortunate, but I guess I can here. Let me put it up top. So now you can see better. So now I have a spear and shield. So the thing about this is you really have to give it a second to thrust. So you have to sort of let go a little before you hit the target. And those arrows you see on the screen are the direction of attack. So this basically works on a 4-directional attack system, where it's down, left, right, and up. And each of those will do a different attack with whatever weapon you have. So for instance, once I get a sword, you'll see like different swings. It looks like on a horse, it just has up and down. In a previous game, it had like left and right. So they definitely, change things, which is good. That's what you want from a sequel. You want some of it to change. Ooh. The other thing too is that, like, you can see it's aiming really well, actually. I'm surprised how easy this is to hit. In the last game, it was much harder, I feel, to hit things from horseback. It also could be because I don't usually invest too much in horses. So maybe it's like self-fulfilling prophecy that I don't like them, so I don't use them. And then I'm not good at them. So like, if I grab a sword, you can see like that's a left swing, that's a right that's a right swing, that's a top swing, and that's a thrust. So instead of just like trying to swing upwards, because you never do that. And then you can block, and you can block different directions with the shield as well. If I didn't have a shield, it would usually just you'd see like him parrying in the different directions. Okay, so let's run it with my sword. So you can see now that I have a sword, I'm sort of slashing from the directions instead of just stabbing. And if I'm using a two-handed weapon, this will be more of how it is. It'll be more of trying to slash down at people as I ride by instead of the stabbing you saw before. I wonder if it was worth it just to skip that one. I don't know what kind of penalties they have for not hitting them all. It was interesting. The other one too, there'd be like speed bonus. So the faster you are moving in the direction you hit, then the more damage it would do. So for instance, if I'm hitting from the left, let's try skipping, see what happens. Like different directions would do more damage. So like this would do a lot of damage, whereas if I try to do that, it wouldn't do as much. We'll see what it's like in this game. It's definitely doing different damages. You can see at the bottom left that the numbers are different. What is changing those, I don't know per se. It could be different swings, it could be different speeds. I'm not too worried about figuring everything out in the tutorial, honestly. So we will find out together. So let's see what happens. So I missed one and I went super slowly, but that's... You received a 1 second penalty from a missed target. Okay, so yeah, so it definitely would have probably been smart for me to miss a few more targets instead of like trying to circle back for them. And now I know. So now I finished the manta training and the range training. So let's do the melee training. So we'll start with the basic, and we're just going to go through everything. I'm sure next time I play, I'm just going to... Yeah, we'll do sword and board. Again, if sword and board is slang for sword and shield, so defend myself and attack. Okay. Yeah, so you see, it talks, I delivered 12 damage, I hit his chest, relative movement speed, and he absorbed 2 damage from armor. Yeah, now it's saying, you know, defend in these 4 directions. From left. Attack from left. Attack from right. Attack from up. Stab. Okay, cool. So that's the sword and board. Let's try a two-handed sword now. So the reason it's only doing a two-handed sword is because it's not different from a polearm, really. So now you see I have to parry, so I don't have a shield, so it's a little harder to block. I really like the forms he's using. It seems really... So like you saw at the top, it has that little red dot showing a headshot. Cool. Now we're going to the advanced ones. So we have... Oh, so this is like... Yeah, sword and... So spear and shield, sword and shield, and sword. So let's start with sword. Beat rookie trainer and beat veteran trainer. Okay, cool. Fight will start in 2 seconds. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot harder than the previous game. Ooh.
Die, dog!
So usually you can break shields. I don't know if you can do that in training. Yeah, you can obviously also die. Oof. You lost. You can restart by acting. Yeah, okay. So in the previous one, if you pressed the block button, the right click, right before they attack, it would just auto-select the direction they were attacking in and block it. In this game, apparently it does not do that. So I have to really block in the direction they're attacking with. I sort of like this, because it adds a lot to it. But, oh my god, it's so much harder. Oof.
Die, you pig!
Okay, beat the rookie. Awesome. Whew, that was hard. Okay, so I'm gonna have to really work on these blocks.
I'll tear your limbs!
Okay. Whew. Okay, this is gonna be much more intense than the previous game. I like it though. It's much more skill based. Okay. Sword and shield. So you see, like, I still blocked it even though I was facing the wrong direction. So with a shield, it matters less which direction you block because it is a shield. So it has a much wider block range. So you notice there too, I also got the headshot even though I wasn't attacking from the top, because it's actually looking at where I'm hitting on the person. It's not just like there I'm not getting the headshot even though I am attacking from the top. Yeah, so like here I'm getting the block no matter which way I press it. Okay, awesome. So spear and shield. This might be hard because spear and shield tends to only be able to thrust. Like I can only do a top or bottom thrust. I can't swing it side to side because I have the shield. If I get rid of the shield though, it becomes a pole arm and I can't. So let's try that. So to get rid of the shield, I just press the down mouse wheel, and to cycle through my main weapon, I cycle up. So let's try without the shield. I also want practice, especially if I'm planning on using two-handed weapons. I really want to practice blocking. Ooh, okay, this does damage. Oh, I hit his neck. Yeah, that would do it. Such a slow swing. Oh. Okay, let's get my shield up. Okay, so it does huge damage, but okay. Oh, so the advanced melee training was just all of these, and this was the basic. Okay, great. So leave a training by holding tab. Let me try talking to my brother, I guess, again, first. I'm ready, let's go. So I'm wondering if that's gonna kick me out, or if I'm gonna have to... Okay, it does seem to be doing something. It seems a little frozen. There we go, it's just loading. Okay, that's fine, I can wait for loading. Let me just make sure there's no... Okay. Cool, so go back to, so at the training field I can learn the basics coming here, so I can go back to training, or leave. I'm gonna leave. Brother, before doing anything else, you're low on food. There's a village north of here where you can buy provisions and find some help. You're a better rider than I am, so I'll let you lead the way. Teva. Navigating Karate. Welcome to Calradia. You can explore the world map by using the camera with WASD, panning your view by right-clicking and dragging. Oops. So I skipped some of that because I moved it too quick. Moving your party is done by clicking on the map. So let's go to Tevea. So it was owned by the Southern Empire. Pound settlement to Poros. Primary production is sheep. So you can see there are two people here. I have apparently one cavalry and one infantry. Probably me and my brother, just the two of us. Entering settlements. I like the UI, it's much nicer. You arrived at Tavea, you explore the location, you can enter the settlement by pressing the highlight button on the left. So take a walk around. So this is one thing that always annoyed me in the last game, is that you have to actually like go into the settlement and like find the people you want to talk to. At major places you could usually like hotkey it, or not hotkey it, but there would be a prompt like talk to the village elder, or talk to like the arms salesman, but there was always like extra things you had to actually walk around for. And it really increases like immersion and everything else. But after a long time, it just became tedious. Like have to run through the village just to get to where you have to go. So we're here, I guess. So we need food, and after that, maybe some men to come with us. A headman here can probably help us. Let's try to find him. Quest completed. Travel to here. Talk to headman Dasis. Okay. You can hold left alt to see the location of the headman. Lies. Headman. Okay, that's helpful. Because I would not have gone that way. If I was just looking for this. Okay, so this is already a big improvement, having that be there. I think I'm going to leave my face in the top corner like this for this. Normally I try to keep it at the bottom, but there's sort of important information, namely my health on the bottom right, and on the bottom left there's other info. So, yeah, I can talk to him from my horse. I'm Dasis, headman of this village. What brings you here? So the headman would be like the village elder, the leader, the head of the village. Sometimes they're appointed by the local lord. Sometimes they'd be, just sort of passed down father to son. We need help. Some raiders have taken our younger brother and sister captive. We think they may have passed this way. They got your people too. Sorry to hear that. Those bastards have done a bit of killing and looting in these parts as well. We think they've gone north. I reckon there are a few folk around here who'll join you in going after them if you pay for their gear. Recruit troops. Once you made your preparations, come and talk to me again. I may have a task for you if you're going after the raiders. Awesome. Leave a mission. To leave a mission, you can hold down the tab key. This will return you to the settlement menu where you can purchase supplies and hire recruits. I'm working on it. Okay. So holding tab. So that should return me back to the map. Apparently my face is blocking some of those hints. It's okay. Your brother has asked you to hire at least 4 men before you set out to face the raiders. You can hire troops in villages and towns by clicking on the recruit troops button. Yeah, so like instead of having to take a walk around, find him, and talk to him, I can recruit troops. So Hearth, militia, interesting. Recruit troops. So here, oh, interesting. Notables help you recruit more and better higher level troops according to your relation with them. Click on some troops to move them into your party. So this guy, the headman, is apparently a notable character. So my relation is good with him. He is very influential, and because and he has an available quest. That's cool. It tells us if he has a quest available. That's nice. So I have 1,000. I don't know what they're calling money in this. They've called it all kinds of stuff throughout the games. You can see it, like this is where my leadership comes in. I can right now only have 21 total troops. So I'm going to recruit all of them. Even though it says I only need 4, I'm just going to get all of them because the more troops the better. They should buying food. So now I need to buy products. So villages usually just have some food and some maybe like other easy items to sell. So buying food. Your brother recommends that you purchase 2 sacks of grain. They are the cheapest. You can do this by transferring them to your inventory with little arrow on the left side. So buy 2. So you can see they have only so much. They have this amount of money. I have this amount of money. This is my weight. Okay. It's the value, the amount. Cool. And then here you see all my items. So in the same as the last game, we have 4 slots for weapons. Iron spatha. Cool. There's shoes, gloves, armor, helm. Cloak is new. That's cool. So you can see, oh wow, that's even has physics and stuff. That's cool. You can see my horse and a horse harness. Interesting. So I'll pay $28. That's fine. So like wool. Wool is one of those things I was talking about where because they produce sheep, their wool is probably pretty cheap. So if I bought wool here, which I think I'll buy one, It's valued at 46. I'm buying this for 46, and then hopefully I can go to a bigger place later and sell it for more. So let's do done. Now I can talk to the headman again. Oh, and I can just talk to him right from here. See, like, that's what I was talking about. In the last game, I had to, like, go through the village to talk to him. And it just got really repetitive sometimes. So let's talk. Okay, so it does put me back in the village screen. Honestly, though, these graphics are much better. It seems like there's a lot more to the dialogues, too, but before it was just like, do you have a task for me? Are you going to do this, yes or no? You know, like, it was very cut and dry, very repetitive. But the game was made, like, 10 years ago or 7 years ago, something like that, the last game. So this one, you know, there's been a lot of strides both in game development and with this. So yes, wait, what? No, I need to talk to him. Have you finished your preparations? Yes, yes I did. Maybe I have to talk to my brother first? Interaction with this person is stable during tutorial. That's weird. Did it break? Where's my quest? Character. Let's look at character. Wow. Okay, so here you can see all my skills, my major skills, my minor skills. So you can see, like, my bow is level 35. Oh, wow, there's, like, individual things. That's all new. That's cool. So there's these focus points. Current cost 1. So I have a focus point. Oh, so the more focus points, the easier I learn it. Accuracy bows by increased by 10%, requires level 25. Let's try pick, yes. Okay, so that was my bow point. So if I look at smithing, you can see I have a 1 here. So I know I have a point here. And it looks like I can choose. So I can choose one of these. I don't know if I can get both or not. So I can produce crude iron more efficiently by obtaining 3 units of crude iron from 1 unit of iron ore. Or efficient charcoal maker. Character uses more efficient method of charcoal production and produces 3 units of charcoal from 2 units of hardwood. So you can either be better at iron or charcoal. Honestly, I have no idea which one would be better, so I'm not going to upgrade that right now. How to learn. Use smithing to create weapons, refine materials, smelt old weapons. Okay, cool. And then I'm calculating whatever that means. So like bow, shoot enemies with bow and arrows for difficult shots from long distance. Yeah, so in the last game it was really cool because it would give a shot difficulty. So if you shot like someone far away, it would have a difficulty of like 1 to... It didn't really have a cap. It was just sort of like increased the number. So like one difficulty would be like 10 feet in front of you, standing still. Like that's the easiest shot you can make. But then like 100 feet away and riding a horse and, you know, like if you hit him, it'd be like 10 or something. It was really cool. So looks like I can give a focus point to learn it better. I'm gonna wait for the tutorial to walk me through this a little bit. Apply changes, yes. I will upgrade the bow and arrow, because that I'll keep. So, recruit troops. So it didn't say I recruited the troops. Maybe I missed that. Okay. Recruit all. Done. Now I've recruited. I must have missed the done button, or it didn't register last time. Okay, now we finished preparations. So, something happened last time. Again, it's early access, whatever. It works out. I still got my troops. I did notice that my money didn't go down last time, so it didn't take the money at least. Glad to see you found what you needed. Now about the matter I mentioned earlier. There's this wandering doctor who comes through here from time to time, name of Tactios. Treats people for free. We're fond of him. Well, last we saw him a few days ago, he was carrying some sort of chest, which was very mysterious about. He was on some sort of quest, he said, though he wouldn't tell us more. He set off on the road just a few hours before the raiders come through here. But he's not really a worldly type, just the kind of fellow who'd stumble into a trap and let himself be captured. We're worried about him. That's the same sound for quests as the last game. That's really funny. You can keep an eye out for him, this Teos. We'd be very grateful. Maybe if he's alive and well, he'll tell you a little more about his quest. Leave a mission. So, to leave any location, or I guess mission, you hold tab. Before it was just press tab. I kind of like that it's hold now. It makes it a little less likely to happen. So now I can leave this place. So you see now there's all these raiders. So they have this little exclamation point. Oh, if I hold Alt, it shows me specifically more info. So like this one's farther away and in wood. So all I know is they're mountain bandits. But this one is closer. So I see they're mountain bandits, I can see their speed, I can see they're all infantry, and I can even see the exact troop type, which is Radago's Raiders. And I have 8 troops, you can see. So, just in case these guys try to team up, I'm gonna go for these guys first. They all have this exclamation point, they're all part of my quest. So they have Raiders, I have my party. Let's attack. Yeah, so usually you can attack or send in your troops without you and it'll sort of auto-resolve. I don't usually... Oh, y'all have horses. You can tell your men to charge by opening the movement orders with F1 and choosing charge with F3. Whew, that's a lot of orders. Okay. I do like how it's much better laid out this time.
Charge!
So let's go with my Spatha. I don't think I'll be able to get many shots off with my people charging and these. My turn radius is shot. There, you know it. 2 down. And I leveled up. So you see my horse got hit, and now my horse is... and now I got hit. Ooh, this is so satisfying. The sounds. Okay, so it's a little glitchy. It's still having a little trouble with, so press tab to the results, with, like, streaming and everything. And it's nice. You can see at the top there's a little bar where the orange is... Keep trying to point to things. It doesn't really work. I know. And the orange is my level of troops and the other is theirs, so I definitely had the advantage. I gained 0.7 renown and 0.9 morale. So morale is how happy your troops are with your leading. So we killed 5 of them and wounded 1, which means they're unconscious. Usually that means we can capture them or something. And we routed none because none of them managed to run away. Ours... We can see how many we killed. So we killed, you know, or killed or defeated, I guess. So Mason, oh, and it shows who leveled up. So like we can see that I got an upgrade. And it shows me that my one-handed weapons went up a lot. So I killed 3, and the troops killed 3, and my brother didn't kill any. Cool. But none of us died too, which is really nice. Rescuing and taking. After a hard-fought battle, you may have the choice to take some prisoners or recruit those that you have freed from your enemy. Cool. Both options join transferring them. So this guy is one of the guys this is the guy that we knocked unconscious. So we can transfer him and take him prisoner. He's level 6 apparently. And you can see like I got hit last time, so my health went down. And it's going to take time for my health to heal back up. And that's usually a skill in and of itself. So like my max hit points is 100. I'm healing at 2 per something. And I'm at 77 right now. We have 2 food items, and each day we eat about half. So we have about 5 days worth of food. That's really nice that it shows exactly how much we're eating. Before it was sort of hidden. It shows our morale, recent events, winning this battle boosted it, food variety is actually lessening it, which is a problem. But we're very early on. It's not a big deal. And now we have the items he had, or we looted. So we can see how the items are, like Imperial on Gambeson. So this is heavier. It's a lower armor tier, but it provides a little more body armor, a little less leg armor in the same armor. So it's only valued at 9. I'm gonna take it to sell for now. This one's just straight worse. So you can see their value. Old for armor, just straight worse. A little lighter, but and club. So this compared to is there a way to compare? Okay. So because I don't know, we can also have so we can have 2 melee weapons. So they're all just listed as melee weapons. That's interesting. Obviously, it doesn't have to be. So we can have this, or so it's interesting they have weapon tiers. That's sort of cool. I like our Spatha enough, but it looks like we can sell it, so I'll take it. Done. So it looks like I have to take out more raiders. They did say the other guy went north. Yeah, you can see like I was too far from this guy, so I couldn't see him. That's part of the I think tactics skill. You can see our new quests. So defeated the parties 1 of 3. Great. But before we do that, it did mention that I leveled up. So now I am level 2. Great. So I have 2 focus points. So I think that means I can learn things better. So let's see what happens. So right now my learning rate's 5. So if I give it a focus. Oh, okay. So it looks like the more focus points, the faster I learn it, and the higher max level I have. So learning limit takes my vigor level and my skill focus for a total of level 80. For this, I can 120, yeah. Cool, okay. So as long as the screen is above, it's like this, I only have a learning limit of 20 right now. So I can't even get these. But I want two-handed, so I'm not going to invest in one-handed just because that's all I have right now. Athletics is nice, but if I'm riding, I should probably do a riding one. Let's do something else. Let's do privilege. Okay, so if I socialize and do barters and do things, it lets me charm better. Maintain high morale. Let's do leadership. Let's do leadership for now. Because having a high leadership means I can have more troops and might increase their morale as well. So that's all of my skill points for now. But it looks like I get 1 per level. And then free attribute points every 3 levels I gain. So every 3 levels I get to boost one of these, which is nice. Okay, great. So now we know how those work. Let's attack the next band of raiders. So obviously these raiders are very low level. They don't have really any armor. They don't have very good weapons. So let's charge. And I'm going to try to use my archery here. So I'm just going to perch up on this hill. Nice, I hit him. Didn't hit that one. So you can see what body part I hit. You can see the distance. It doesn't say the shot difficulty. If I can hit him. Oof. There we go. I have to get used to these. The missile speed. Oh! I just headshotted my own troop. That's embarrassing. Oops. Okay. We won the battle. That was not my best fight. But that's okay. I took 2, so you can see I increased my bow by 1, my riding by 4. Nice. We wounded 1, killed 5. Nice. Okay, cool. So we'll take him prisoner. You can see again we have 21. Oh, so it's actually quartermaster, not leadership. Well, and we have total of how many prisoners we have. So we'll take him prisoner. Ooh, armed guards. Great. So we don't have any armed guards. We'll take those. And these are both worse, again, but we'll just take them to sell later. As long as we're well under our weight limit, I'll just keep it all, basically. Now, if I wanted to, I could just sort of wait around a bit and chill out. So you can see my, I'm at 74% health, now I'm at 75% health. So I heal over time. Oh, this looks such a... the updated graphics make such a difference. I mean, you know, normally I don't really care about graphics, but like having nice ones, it affects it. You know, it definitely. Let me see if I dismount. See if I'm any. I don't want to hit my own troops. Okay, hit him in the leg. Oh, almost hit him. Well, it's important for my troops to get XP too. But like, this is why I'm doing it. So, you know, I'm not... This is a very small battle. The more troops there are, the easier it's going to be to hit people. I'm learning. It seems like the missile speed, how long it takes the arrows to travel, is much slower, either in this game or just maybe I have a bad bow. Yeah, see, missile speed is 64. So this actually affects how fast it shoots, and this has a very low missiles. I don't know what a low missile speed is, to be fair. Civilian outfit. Oh, cool. So you can have a different outfit for walking around than for battle. So shield and range, melee weapons, armor, horses, all. So you can actually sort your inventory. This is a much easier screen than it had before. Also, before your inventory skill affected like how many items you could have, not just... It wasn't on... There was like a weight component, but it was more about like just like on the right you see how we have all these items, and we could just only have so many. You rescued several prisoners that the raiders been dragging along. They look parched and exhausted. You give them a bit of water and bread. After a short while, one staggers to his feet and comes over to you. Awesome. So this is probably that doctor. Yep, Ticteos. I don't know who you are, but I'm in your debt. These brigands would have marched us to our deaths. My name is Ticteos. I'm a doctor by trade. I was on, well, a bit of a quest, but now I'm thinking I'm not really made for this kind of thing. So we're probably taking over his quest, is my guess. As with a caravan, they just came out of the brush. We were surrounded and outnumbered, so we gave up. Feared they'd keep us alive if just for the ransom, but then they started flogging us along at top speed, without any water, and I was just about ready to drop. I could feel the signs of heat stroke creeping up, and I told them, but they just flogged me more. If your group hadn't come along, maybe I have a way to thank you properly. We're looking for 2 children captured by the raiders. Can you tell us anything? I'm afraid I haven't seen any children, but after we were attacked, the chief of the raiders, the one they called Radagos, took and rode off with our more valuable belongings, including a chest that I had. Seems to be controlling more than one band raiding around this area. If Thessalot had your kin, then I think he'd be the one to know. And since I have nothing of value left to repay you, I'll tell you this. If you do catch up with and defeat that ruffian, you may be able to recover my chest. It contains a valuable ornament, which I was told could be of great value if you knew where to sell it. Just trying to find out more about it, but as I say, I've had all my urge for traveling flogged out of me. Right now, I don't think I'd venture more than 20 paces from a well as long as I live. Well, keep that in mind, thank you. It doesn't look like much, but I suspect this lot would give it away for a few coins. But I got it from a mercenary, whom I treated once, and swore it was related to Neretz's folly. Neretz's. I don't know what that means, except that Neretz's was, of course, the emperor who died in battle some years back. That's why I don't know the name. Maybe you can find out its true value. Thanks for saving me again. I hope our paths will cross. Cool. So now I have to find the bandit hideout and defeat them. Oh, it even just marks it. So you can see here, Alright, so you can see like we have 8 troops and 4 prisoners. And this has 13 troops. 1 is Radagos and 12 raiders. So I'm going to do a quick save. And then let's try it. I sort of want more troops first, but I also feel like we can just sort of do it. Wait, hold on. Oh, so Teseo has been taken prisoner. He's now free. Yeah. So in the bottom left here, you'll see announcements, and those are like events that are happening in the world that you can see. Oh, I got another point for Bo. I thought I got that already. Maybe I didn't hit save? Yeah, because remember I went right to the quest, so I didn't save it last time. Okay, so now I'm a little more accurate. That'll help. I thought I already had that, so that'll make it easier. Let's leave. Let me just heal up real quick. So if I hold, you notice when I'm not moving, it pauses the game time. But if I hit space, oh, the last one I had to hold it. And this one, if I just hit space, it just waits. So I'm waiting in place. Time is still passing. You can see different people's parties are raiding different places. You can see my wages. So usually it's weekly wage. I don't have any troops, so I don't have. 85 is good enough. Let's attack. This also does give my troops a chance to heal themselves. I don't know if the average troop has a health meter, but usually, like at least my brother would. Okay, so we're hideouts and missions begin with the enemy unaware of your approach, or your troops to follow you with F1 and F2 shortcuts and try to take them out quietly. Okay. See, like you can see one guy there. And here's all my troops here. Okay. So let's see how accurate I am now. Oh, I missed. Nice. Went down. That's funny, you can chip. Another down here. I like how we can sort of take them bit by bit. Headshot. Didn't kill them. Stop getting in my way. Nice. Yep, so you gain a skill point at athletics. So athletics is usually like, yeah, so you can also pick up stuff from the ground. So, not those, because those are just sort of, props. Ooh. Looks a little laggy. But, well, we'll see. But like, items people drop. So like if your shield gets broken, you can, pick up a new one. Mason gained a level. Awesome. So like if I see, so increased athletics, increase the one-hand. If I see someone with a two-handed weapon, for instance, I'd want to pick it up so I can start leveling up two-handed weapons, because I really don't want one-handed weapons. Okay. So like, my relative missile speed before was 54, but there was 65 because he was running toward me. Nice. Yeah, it doesn't give me like a rating on how hard it was anymore, but that's okay. What weapon did he have? So like if I look at him, I can see, oh, he had a knobbed club. So that's probably nothing too special. Hopefully I'll be able to loot it after. Usually, the loot afterward is some combination of things they were holding and just like random things. Often bandit places have a lot of like regular like loot. I thought I saw the shield move. So, oh cool, okay. So it's really hard to see, but if you see that bar up top, you can see their blue side. There's only a small bit of dark blue left, where most of it's not filled in. So that probably means that there's only like a couple troops left out of their total power, would be my assumption. Trying holding to Alt to see if I can see where they are. I guess, yes, there. So this is probably the Radagast, not Radagast, that's the wizard from Lord of the Hobbit. Radagos, whatever they called him. Nope, just still Radagos Raider. Ah, here's Radagos. Okay, so, ooh, oh boy. Maybe it's trying to talk to him? Okay, so, who's this that comes through my place of business, killing my employees? We heard you took her little brother and sister. Where are they? Good heaven, I'll need a better description than that. Fair enough. Men are part of this denizens of little brats in this region. Quite good hunting grounds. Already sent most of them south to a slave market. I know, though. Ooh, this guy's going down. Yeah, Radagos. Since your hunt for your kin is fruitless, how about you clear off and save your own lives? Either that or I force you to lick up all the blood you spilled here with your tongues. Or you and I can settle this one-on-one. Ooh. So I can fight him off. I almost want to duel him one-on-one, but I'm a little hesitant. Let's try it. Ooh, I got taken out. Now what? Defeat. So what now? We'll see what happens. Let me see what it shows first. I might reload. You're defeated by the Radagos party, but your brother saved you. Doesn't look like they're going anywhere, though. So you should attack again once you're ready. You must have at least 4 members of your party if you don't go back to recruit some more troops. Okay, so cool. So I can go back and try it again, which is nice. I got some levels at least for it, I think. It's a little hard to tell. I don't remember. Yeah, because remember it said I leveled up? Let's throw it in athletics. Athletics is how fast I run, basically. Let's give it another shot. Oh, I'm back to full health. I run out of food, though. Hold on. Why am I out of food? Oh, not character. Inventory. Oh, I think I lost a lot of the items I had when we fought. So if I lost, I probably lose items that I had. That makes sense. It's unfortunate. I really need a shield if I'm going to one-on-one him. So I think next time I'm just going to have us all attack. I hope it jumps to that. No, it goes through the whole thing. Okay, well, it's good experience. Apparently this guy saw us pretty quick. Let's just charge it. I'll just follow my men instead of having them try to follow me. I'm fairly confident my men can take them one by one. Anyway. Okay, so at least it looks like their placement might be a little different. Yeah, so like you can see like this athletic skill, it affects how fast I move, as does what weapons I'm holding, how heavy my armor is, or at least that's what I'm assuming affects it all. Cool, that was quick. Yeah, maybe I will have them follow. I kind of like getting the extra XP for shooting them. They don't run in front of me. Nose just took him out. Usually you can also pick up arrows from the ground. So, yep. So I can like pick that up if I miss. I don't think you can pick them up from bodies though, which is fair. I'm still getting used to like how they move too. Yeah, it shows like extra damage from perks too. So like every time I shoot someone, it usually says like +1 or +2 damage, which is sort of cool. I'm not exactly sure which perk is giving me the damage. Maybe just the amount of level or focus I have. Yeah. Whew, that was close. So that's all of the troops. So yeah, now they spawn in. Ooh, that's more than last time. That's okay. We can do it. Okay, so it's probably the same discussion. Oh. Yeah, so we took... I don't dual slavers, men attack. Cool. So we did lose one guy, but we won. I'll take that. We probably would have gained some like honor or something if we beat him without... Oh, and our guy was just wounded. They weren't killed. Honor if we beat him with a duel, but we aren't built for a duel. If we had a shield and a sword, or like a two-handed sword maybe, I could have done it. But with just a sword and with my seals where they're at, that was not gonna happen. Well, I recognize the feat when I see it. If I'm going to be your captain, let me introduce yourself. I'm Radagos. You haven't cut my throat yet, which was a wise move. I'm sure I can find a way to be worth more to you alive than dead. There's this other really cool thing this does where it, the blood decals it'll put on the location they get hit. So if you hit them in the arm, it'll go on their arm. And same with the weapons, it's supposed to be at least. Like if you have a spear and you hit them with the head of the spear, it'll go on the head of the spear. If you hit them with like farther down the shaft. You better help us get our brother and sister back, or you'll swing. Oh, you'll need my help, alright, if you want to get them back. Alive, that is. See, my boys have some pretty specific instructions about what to do if there's a rescue attempt. Should we get on the road? Remember, if I drop dead of exhaustion or drown in some river, that's it for your little dears. Don't expect to close you palanquin. Those are those, like, carrying things where they, like, the litters where rich people would ride. Now, but you best not make it too hard a trip for me. Interesting. So, we captured many raiders. Oh, my raiders, I also lost all my, prisoners when I died. Okay, you know, it happened. It wasn't ideal. It's still so early. I'm sure they weren't worth much money. I'm sure none of the gear I had was worth too much either. It's fine. And like here you see I have 5 + 1 wounded, which is cool. Oh, I didn't get any items. Come across a chest with an old piece of bronze in it, so battered and corroded that could have been anything from a cup to a crown. This must be the chest Tacteos mentioned to you. That has something to do with Nereids' folly. Let's see this chest. So hoping to find more treasure here, but I think business wasn't going too well for Radagos and his gang. Found this strange looking metal piece though. It doesn't look too valuable. It could be the artifact Tacteos was talking about. Maybe we can sell it to one of the noble clans for a hefty price. Alright, let's get on the road. I have a better idea. We should have a better chance if we split up now. I'll take Radagos and go find the slaver market and look for a way to free the children. However, we must be careful not to endanger their lives, and it could be better to just buy them. We need to have our purses full for that, though. I'll need to take these men with us. Radagos is a slippery one. I don't want him getting away, so you want me to raise the money to ransom the little ones. Indeed, you'll have to find a way to do that. Maybe this bronze thing can help. He said it could be worth a fortune to the right person. If you manage not to get killed, and if he's telling the truth, you must be careful. Never reveal that you have it, but try to understand its value and how it can be sold. One more thing, when you're talking to nobles and other people of importance, make sure you present yourself as someone from a distant but distinguished family. You can use our family name if you like, or make up a new one. You will have a better chance of obtaining an audience with nobles, and it'll be easier for me to find you by asking around. Okay, so that's my family. Let's select my family name. Let's do... It says you can use ours, but I don't remember what ours is. Can I just click to continue? No, I do have to select something. I'm sure he said it somewhere in the tutorial, but I don't remember what he said our last name was. Okay, family name. I'll just... Kaiser? Caesar? We're Roman. It'll work. It's a first playthrough. Ooh! Customize my banner symbol. So I get to choose a banner. Ooh, lots of options. Oh, I do like dragons. Background color. Sigil color. So. Ooh, I like that. Sigil color. Sort of like white and black. Well. Got like a blue. Blue on blue? No. Oh, and it changes our armor too. Sort of like that. Oh, there's lots and lots of things. Nice. Yeah, so in the last game, it sort of just gave you a bunch of banners and you had to choose them. But this, you can just really customize it. I'm just going to keep it simple for now. Again, it's a first playthrough. It's cool. I like dragons. Sort of wish there were more colors, though. That's sort of nice. Good enough. Again, get on the road now. Once I locate the little ones, I'll find you. Cool. So he took all my troops. Tutorial is now over. I'm free to explore. He took all my troops. He took all my stuff. So I need... Okay, so he calls it dinars. So that's the money that we have. So I need to get 1,000 more dinars. And I have to get 20 people. Clan tier 1. I have to get more renown. And I have to hire a companion. So that's my build my clan. And nobles to talk to 010. Okay. Cool. So let's go back to Tevea, because I think they like me, which means I can probably... Yes. Which means they should probably be able to let me recruit more than I normally could. Huh. So there's more people here. That's interesting. Militia and me. Interesting. Cool. So it tells you where it is, who it's owned by. So I'm going to recruit people. Imperial recruits. Let's just get all of them. And then let's see what I can buy. So he has butter. Let's grab a butter. Let's grab another grain, because I think I need more food. Let's grab a cheese. Again, because remember, morale, like, increases based on how many things you have. It looks like I lost my wool. I'll grab 2 wool to see if I can sell them for more later. And then normally I could sell things here. It looks like I can only sell goods to a place. Makes sense that they wouldn't pay it. Wouldn't buy armor and weapons and stuff. Okay, so I want to go to like a major place. So it looks like there's Poros and Lucarian are the closest ones. So let's try going to Caneros first to see if we can get a few more troops. Daily gold change -6. Oh, maybe it is. Okay, so I can see like caravans and villagers moving around. That's cool. Let's recruit some people. Okay, so if he liked me more, I could get better people. That's cool. So let's recruit all the people I can recruit first. And then let's talk to him and see if he has a quest for us so we can improve our relation and get better troops. So the better troops, the better. I'm probably only going a little longer right now. This is an hour and a half in. I have a quick question. Never mind. Okay. So I guess he didn't have anything to say. I'll just leave. So I think they have like a little mark on them if they have a quest. At least before they did. So let's try going to a major town. I'm gonna look around here. So villagers of Canaros. So it has villagers. It tells me like they're just looters. Let's oh. So in game menu, if you right click on it, it opens encyclopedia, so you can do things. So let's try. Or hold on. Looters. 12 looter types. Let's see what happens. Let's see what our troops are. Let's see what they are. Let's fight. You stop. Give us your silver. We're not playing games. Fight me if you dare. Right, you're dead. So in the previous game too, like if you're allied with people, like so if I was allied with the Southern Empire, their troops might join the battle with me. So like this caravan, if they were close enough and allied with me, would join the battle, and we'd have like 48 troops instead of just my 11 versus 12. So it's showing the power levels, it's showing the number of troops. So I think the troops that gave me for that tutorial were actually really strong troops, which is why they were doing so well. So I can send my troops without me and just have them like auto-resolve. I can try to run away, I can surrender, but I'm going to attack. Even though we have one less troop, I hope looters are not a strong troop. Because I'm the only mounted unit, I'm going to dismount.
Follow me!
I'm gonna have them form up there. I'm gonna see if I can get a few shots off before I... So it looks like they have some archers too. Whew. Okay, one dead. So that... Charge. So that evens out the playing field by me killing. Okay, good. We're killing them. I think I got that kill. You won the battle. Awesome. So... Oh, so they were on the left. That's why I was so confused. So, one of ours was killed, unfortunately. But I leveled up some archery, I leveled up some medicine, I leveled up some athletics, and we captured 2. We gained some morale, which is important. Morale's not very high, so we'll take the... Oh, and look, we have 2 prisoners ready. So because they gained XP, we can now upgrade them. So we can upgrade them to infantrymen or archers. And it costs a bit of money to do this. I'm going to upgrade them to archers right now, because I like having some more ranged things. And then this is all of our loot. Loot. So these are all one-handed weapons. So I'll take certainly these, because those might be used in blacksmithing, mining. Sickle I'll just sell. I'll lock these as possible. So cheese is more food, which is great. Torn robe. Oh, I lost my arm things. Well, I'll get some new ones. Leather shoes is the same. Wrapped shoes is worse. Worse. Okay, cool. So I'll take everything. I'll sell it all. So some of them are worth very little. The leather shoes are worth a fair amount. You know, we'll see what happens. The wool is worth not so much. Cool. But we did a battle. We get more XP. We got some better troops. So let's enter. Oh, that's cool. So before you just, when you entered a place, you just entered it. But this, he actually walked around to the gate to enter. That's really cool. So we can keep the arena, recruit people, the smithy. Let's try the smithy. Let's see what this is like. Difficulties, smithing level. So we don't really have anything unlocked. Surprise, surprise. So we can't really do anything. But this sort of shows you that like you can have different blades. There are different tiers. It's still a one-handed sword, but you can like changing the size changes its reach, its speed, its weight. That's really cool. And then it shows you like what it'll use to do that. That's cool. So refine. This shows me what I can make out of what? Smelt. Let's see. So if I put in the sickle, so sickle plus 1 charcoal yields crude iron and hardwood. So I can break items down to get raw materials to do things with. So I don't have anything to do that with, so let's see. Let's go to trade. So this is all its stuff. Let's sell all my useless stuff. So here they're only giving me 39. um, which is unfortunate. So they're not buying it much. It shows lots and lots and lots of things I can buy. Seems like a lot of one-handed weapons. Cool. So I will get 130 dinars for selling all my useless stuff, which is pretty cool. It's a good start. Um, and it shows me what I was. So let's see what happens. So I can recruit troops from these people. Again, they're just these imperial recruits, which are pretty basic but important because I can level them up pretty easily, as we saw. If I go to the tavern, oh, I can ransom my prisoners. So I ransomed my prisoners and I got 10 things. Can visit the tavern. It probably means that there's not much else there if that was the only option, was to ransom prisoners, but maybe not. Tavern maid, townsmen, people. So usually most of these, it's just like, oh, he plays, there's a mini game? Maybe. So mercenary horsemen, it's like, I can hire these like elite fighters, but they're very expensive to hire that way. A lot of townsmen. Okay, so that's interesting. So he says if you take cheese to Zionica, you can make some bit of profit. And that's always been something where different things and different prices, different places, and I guess that's one of the ways to find out about that. Let's see what's on the second floor. This guy looks important. Ransom broker. So he's the one that buys people. Meritor the robber. What is it, stranger? Who are you? I am Mason. Tell me about yourself. Nothing that doesn't. Me and some lads from my village thought we were gonna wage trains. I see influenced bandits. Well, who'd have thought? He's like, I was a bandit, but it's not fun. Decision. Yep. So I can recruit this guy. Ooh. So if I had 1,054 dinars, I could recruit this guy to my party, and he's one of those companions I talked about earlier, who has skills and levels up and has perks. Obviously I can't afford him now, but and that's also part of my quest, is that I need to recruit a companion like him. So some named person in a tavern that I can recruit. Cool. We're gonna call it quits there for now. We're gonna save it. Name my save file. We'll call it stream 1. This was great. I am really enjoying this game. I will be back to hopefully my other games and streaming more soon. Goodbye for now.